Yo, what up? It's the Melanated Anime Club. It's me and Matt. Wes's beloved had to go in an emergency and had to go to
Mhm.
the care earlier, and Matt just said, "Okay."
Yeah, because the statement was, "Hey, I'm not going to make it." Okay,
That wasn't the statement. Was I had to
that
take?
was the statement. I am literally
I had
saying,
to take my girlfriend to urgent care.
No. The statement first.
You were hanging out with Maria, like we know Maria. Like what?
I know Maria too, and it's like
You just like okay.
so. I had to take her to urgent care. Okay,
Not is she all right? Not are you all right? Not let me know if you need anything, like a friend would say. Just okay. At least you gave him the O, not just hit him with the K. So I'll give you credit for that, Matt Kid.
what? I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything. Okay. Also, Staples. Sounds like an OSHA violation to me.
Yeah, I ain't seen you in like 3 weeks. What's up, Matt?
I know. I get it. Ooh, my hair looks lovely.
Right, that's the word. Cool.
Rude.
So I just want to give it just before we get into this. Let's just clear the air since it's just me and you, Matt.
We have air to clear?
Yeah, bro. How are your bowels doing, dog?
Oh, better and worse at the same time.
See, I just here's the thing about Matt Kid is like we made a big plan to like do a shoot of a video. We went and planned like a thing for Sushi Gang. It's like a bonus. We planned like a special live in person episode. Matt Kid didn't make it to a single damn function except for all you can eat sushi when he couldn't come do anything because he had diarrhea for the last week. And I just want to say, you doing all right.
Then at said event, I had a bad crab and had to make a mad dash to the bathroom. I was fine up until that piece of crab. And then that piece of crab touched my mouth and everything else said no.
So let that be a lesson learned. Do not order the specialty crab at an all-you-can-eat sushi spot.
No. If you're going to get crab, stick to casinos and Alaskan whole legs, not itty-bitty little pieces. But other than that,
go to like a specialized place that's like, all-you-can-eat sushi. You get what the all-you-can-eat stuff is. I try not to order off the special menu.
Yeah. That's true. That's probably the better tip. Don't order off the special menu for all-you-can-eat sushi.
If you want to order special sushi, go to a special sushi place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely down to that.
All right. Let's get
Metamucil
past that.
is my friend now.
Who is?
Metamucil?
Oh, no, for real. As someone that has dealt with my fair share of diverticulosis, I know the power of a Metamucil and a good fiber-friendly diet is a good thing to do. So, all right, enough talking about adult male issues. Let's get into what we're talking about. This is the Melanated Anime Club. You want to just jump right into it?
What are we jumping into? Is it the new chapter?
Yeah, the new chapter of One Piece. I've had like 3 chapters to catch up with talking with y'all.
What? Let's get into it. It's us again.
Yeah, it's back to us, and we go with the One Piece stuff. I noticed Matt did not pull up.
No, because you said you're like 3 chapters behind.
No. I said I haven't talked about it. I've read them all. You think I did not read One Piece?
Yes, that's what I heard.
I had nothing to do but be on tour and sit in buses and planes and shit.
Like a movie called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's all you were doing.
I wasn't on any trains. This is 2021, but I guess that's the general concept. Yeah.
They're coming back, I hear.
Not in America.
No, really, in America. Amtrak's
Okay.
going to build new stations
Oh yeah, great.
between Chicago and Detroit.
Oh great.
Yeah, it's a thing. Hey, don't be mad.
I'm not mad. It's just all right. I'll believe it when the trains start running and it actually means something.
That is honestly the thing, because I was supposed to get a new train station a block away from me. They have not even broken ground.
Like a CTA station, like a metro, or like a
Metro.
rail train. Okay.
Metro.
All right. Well, that's dope. All
Well,
right. So Matt's here.
We got the beginning of this chapter here. It jumps
All right,
right in.
So Wes did make it on the Twitch. What's up,
So-
Wes? And Maria's on here. What's up, Maria? I missed looking at the comments earlier.
Mm-hmm.
What's good?
I mean, they're sitting in a waiting room, probably.
Probably. I do know that they were, after. So the week. Let's talk about this later. But I'll tell you about how they're roasting Wes in a group chat right now. But it's a different story.
Okay. But getting back to this, chapter 1024, so and so, second floor. What happened to you guys? Is that the color Supreme King hockey? It's not your fault. You just don't have the willpower to stay conscious in my overwhelming presence. I'm the man who eliminated 2 of the Topirobo. They call me Usachi, the sibling hunter.
What? 2 of them?
Don't you fight the joint? Nah! It's because Big Mom is fighting elsewhere on this floor. The ripples of her hockey are knocking out the soldiers. Speed's a hater. Just gonna say right now, Speed is a hater. We just got confirmation that Usopp has conqueror's hockey. Speed is a hater.
I do think that like this is a misdirection. Like it wouldn't surprise me at all if Usopp truly did have this.
Yeah.
But like this is that like Usopp tells a lie that becomes a truth later thing.
That's exactly what it is. We just got confirmation. Speed is a hater.
No,
hey, what's going on with Luffy right now? Do you know, Frankie? The so casual nature. Hey, do you know? Right, brain tower, skull dome. Nope, no clue. All I know is that Momonosuke said earlier, Momo should be with Shinobu, but I can't get in touch with her either. No news is good news. It means they're fine. That makes no sense. Anyway, if you're all done up there, come on down. For whatever reason, it seems like all the enemies are flooding into the performance floor. Don't let them into the performance floor. That's where Zolo and Sanji are fighting the lead performers. Don't order me around. Hey! We're all in an equal alliance.
Yeah, and I do love that there because it's like Beppo. I love anytime Beppo hits him with the fisherman karate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but also...
like the Beppo side story, I need that.
God Usopp. It's coming.
It's gonna be Soge God, obviously.
True. Soge God.
What's the king to a god? You know what I mean?
Third floor. This is starting to look bad. We can't stop complaining. Evacuate the performance floor. I guess I should feel hot right now. Well, too bad I've already been cremated. Hey, who are you calling cremated? Baron Corpse, you're all right. I had to get out of there. Robin was going to burn up. How is the battle going? It's hard to tell. Everything's pure chaos. Kid Pirates, 4th floor. Jinbei, come in, Jinbei. The floor is a sea of fire right now. Make your way down while you can. Fire, that's bad news. But then who is holding back Kaido's further back up? Performance floor outside. More and more enemies are rushing out of the castle. Out of the way, samurai. This is our castle. We own this performance floor. Don't let them onto the floor. Push them back. And we shift up onto the skull. Gurg. Blurp. Narikaburo arrow. Ching. Light work, buddy. Come on. Bring it. Look at Kyle's just like, that's light work. He's laughing. And it ends up over there. I tried so hard, so confused. Vajara arrow. See, this is the real thing. Boom. Bam. He's not ready. Was not ready. Going through. Huff. You have always intended to kill me. Wheeze. Yes, that's right. This is not a family squabble. If you want to wear the name Odin, you must be ready for war. This isn't a game, Yamato. Is it a crime to admire someone? I love Odin. This is a fraught relationship.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say it right now.
Yo, it gets like real deep here though. Let's get into it.
Kaido, the Ogre Princess has been running around wild for the past week. I am Odin! Undo my chains, father. I am Odin. Kazuki Odin. I am Odin. Tell me, Yamato, did you do this? I didn't. They just fell over. I'm so hungry. I think I'm going to starve. Give me some food. Supreme King Haki, huh? Good sign. But Yamato, if you want to call yourself Odin, then die. Stay in the cave until you make sense. I'll give you a month. What, a month? The poor kid really will die. Plus, we've got vicious samurai locked up in there. No. Don't leave me here in the dark. I never noticed how close they were before.
No.
It's weird. The message goes for the swordsman of 102. If you can agree to join my army, I'll let you go. You can shout through the vent in the ceiling, you change your mind. What? You haven't eaten for days? Then let's have some food brought in. But only enough for one. You'll need some weapons too, huh? But father, I am the child of Kaido. They obviously bear a grudge against me. They'll kill me. But aren't you Odin? I am Odin, but also the son of Kaido, his killer. I'm smart enough to know these samurai hate me. He wants them to fight to the death over that single meal, but not before they kill me first. Eat. Huh? The samurai does not feel hunger. Huh? Really? But I'm hungry. These samurai are amazing. They're not hungry. Eat up. You picked a hell of a family to be born into. What? I don't. Thank you, samurai. I will never forget this food as long as I live. Say, do you think I can beat samurai even though I get hungry? Ka-ching. You're a Kazuki Odin, are you not? I heard you say it. That man was beloved to all of us. Hey, you were friends? What is your name, Sir Samurai? What name does a fallen samurai need? Just call me so-and-so. I want to read this journal, but the words are too hard for me. Is that Odin's voyage log? And then get a pristine little light and we're reading. It's like your bedtime stories, Odin. Well, it's been 10 days now. Yamato, it seems to me that your father might actually intend to let you die. At this rate, we won't be around to see the battle 20 years in the future that Odin speaks of. When that time comes, I'll fight on the side of Wano. I have gone to see I'll be much, much stronger. That warms our hearts, and in turn, we will take part in that future battle by ensuring you do not die in this cave. You see, 20 years is too long for the likes of us to bear. But wait, my father will kill you. Better than wasting to death in here. We would never bend to the knee of him anyway. Master Kaido. They've broken open the sacred cave. That's a dope sword slash, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. There are people who believe in me, people who accept me. Why do you steal my freedom? Why do you steal Wano's freedom? Because life isn't a series of simple questions with simple answers. You naive child. Thunder Bagua. They're equals now.
Yeah.
No break next week.
Just going straight back into it. And next week, as we started at the end of last week, grown-ass dragon form Momonosuke, who we don't see in human form, is riding with Luffy is riding his protector dragon to go fight the evil dragon.
Right?
It's a Shang-Chi reference. This is crazy. So I didn't have a chance to talk with you the last, we didn't talk when we were at the Annoyance. You weren't there. We didn't talk about One Piece. We were dealing with everything we were dealing with that day.
I was dealing with bubble guts.
Yeah, you were dealing with bubble guts, and we even got the mochi dango that you had been talking about.
Right.
Want to try it with I even made sure I got the anko. So all of it. Oh shit, Wes has been in here just kind of hitting everything. Family dysfunction. Ushimaru Shimotsuki.
Yeah, we need to go back to that. Yeah,
that's the relative that Zoro looks like. He'll spell check and the double thunder bagua, so that there was just like crack.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about to go off. I think. I mean, they keep saying One Piece is about to get to the biggest thing. I know I missed the last couple of weeks, like I was saying. So I got to miss the big epic. I didn't get to talk about the big epic moment where Zoro and Sanji both hit their attacks next to each other.
Oh yes, the wings of the Pirate King. Heck yeah.
I got you. I got you back like that.
He's like, hey, watch your back. No, you watch your back.
Your back. And it was just like ever since I put on the suit the second time, I felt weird. I don't
Yep.
need to hear all that. No, I didn't say bad. I just said I felt weird.
Yeah, right. It was just
Like that's about to be something.
that is going to be so cool because myself and Wes, we were chatting. It was like we think it's activating something that's was already in Sanji, and it's augmenting what was there that was kind of like dormant for whatever reason, because
Right.
he was always said to like his emotions stunted everything.
Right.
But technically, the skate, but based off the ratings, he should have been the strongest, but something was just stopping him.
Right. And I think there's something to be said about that, about like whatever Usopp and Frankie had tinkered in there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with this fight with Queen and Queen being like, "Oh, is that a cyborg? Are you a machine? Is this something going on there?" Which could always be latently there, which we've all kind of thought, especially as we found out more about Sanji and
right
how he was
and how much tinkering his father did on all the kids. Yeah,
right. And then we have that on top of the fact that we all kind of know that Zoro's about to have some kind of power up, and the fact that they mentioned he's a one-eyed samurai, like that whole mention.
Like, I really want to know what that means because so far the first one is Ryuma, and like I went back and watched their battle all the way back in, was that Thriller Bark? I think it was.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to read Monsters, the like collection of stories that like have you read the Ryuma story standalone thing that Oda
No, maybe I did. It may have been years ago.
Yeah, it probably was years ago. But let's see if we can next time there's some downtime. Let's see if we can find that and pull that one back up. Because I think Monsters as a whole might be a fun thing to kind of visit. Because I think it has an alternate version of Romance Dawn, like the original version of what the origins of One Piece was going to be. It has a story, the story of Ryuma, which is the one that ties in directly to our story. There's some other cool stories. There's like a gunman, Gil Bastardo, who's a fun one. It's like a series of like 6 stories that kind of like loosely influenced One Piece, and it's a lot of like Oda being like, "What if I just dabbled in different genres?" It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I that if it's Oda written, I like how that's sounding.
Yeah, and it's all before before One Piece.
All the lore that's set up, so it's like the Ryuma.
Maybe not even lore. It's all before like One Piece became the only thing that this guy is focusing on. You know? What I mean?
Where he made like reuse some like ideas and stories from this.
I think this was when he was still like an intern at Rurouni Kenshin, as I think he was doing this. You know what I mean? So it's like a real interesting place. And then, West Sanji's medicine. I don't know if that was explicitly stated or if this is like a West theory.
I think it might be a West theory.
I mean, there would be something there because, like, she did something in utero is kind of what the implication was. So I can see where.
Oh, really? Okay.
That was the implication that I always got from it. But
I'm going to go with that. The queen was Lunarian or part Lunarian.
That would be a lot of sense, princess. Especially now that we've gotten Lunarians, and that's what we're all assuming King is now because the way they described it.
Yeah.
Lunarians got the tie to the moon by the name.
Right.
Which means a lot of interesting things going on there.
Enel's coming back. We're just going to say it right now. The God Enel.
God Enel's coming back, but I think it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, while all this is going on, because we still don't really have a full, clear picture of what the fuck is going on at Revelry.
We don't. Yeah, you're right.
Like, for all we know, that could be where Enel showed back up.
That'd be wild.
But another thing in my mind is just like they keep talking about it in Elbaf. Like we got to visit Elbaf at some point. I do know that Elbaf is based on Thor or Norse mythology. Thor is a giant from Elbaf.
Mm-hmm.
The god of thunder, Eneru, or Enel, or whatever whatever your translation is. There's going to be some point where that clashes. I think it'll be pretty fun too. So,
do you think there's going to be an Elbaf arc? Right now, everything's directing for. Like we got Wano, Laugh Tale. So unless on the way to Laugh Tale they had Elbaf.
I mean, maybe because there's also, spoiler alert for that movie. Is it the last one called like Load, the Load Star or something? I don't know. There's some other fucking thing that was added in this whole story. I felt like in that last movie that we saw. And like, this is canon.
I'll have to go back and look. Don't remember.
It's something stupid. But I do feel like there's got to be an Elbaf, like the whole thing that when Usopp speaks a lie, it becomes real. Like there has to be something there, and I do think there's some kind of clever way of I don't know. Honestly, this whole thing about Lunarians and their being up on the top of the mountain before Mary Joie, like There's got to be some
connection there. Like, what if that's also Elbath?
Yeah, or like what if like the Lunarians like are I don't know, like I feel like King's got some kind of like deep secret he's got going on there.
We got some deep, we like that mask is withholding a lot, I think.
Yeah, and I
And
think
when the mask comes off, we'll get the whole backstory.
Yeah, real. I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be something more to like. I mean, obviously, there's going to be something more to the story. I mean, there's a giant fucking skull island, and the giant fucking skull island would make sense to deal with something with the giant fucking giants. You know what I mean?
The giant fucking skull is on fire as well. So does it collapse in on itself? Thus meaning that Kaido and not Kabuto, Yamato, fall down, and or is like Luffy and them going to meet him up there? Is it going to be some big spread of like Luffy on the back of the dragon, and that dragon is like all curled up in the air and stuff?
Well, there's going to be a crazy dragon battle for sure. But I definitely think that there's a big part that was added, I think, last chapter, where some holes started getting punched in the sky, and now all of a sudden everyone's getting Sulong again.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like the Azura attack. I'm not sure whose it was, but it was just said Azura, and that blasted a hole into the ceiling enough for the guy fighting Jack to get Sulong. And then Perospero was already outside.
Yeah, Nekomamushi went out and did the 2-piece on Perospero and was like, "Oh, the moon."
Mm-hmm.
and then Wanda and Carrot were like, "Oh, the moon," but also they were like, "Our hats, though." Like,
don't look, can't look. You got this. Yeah.
So that's some fun stuff. And then
this is going crazy. It's everyone's powering up.
And then like Marco's just like, "Hey, yo, I did my piece. I'm gonna chill now."
Marco was shown just taking a break on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Just literally just like, all right, cool. This is cool. And then you don't see him again until he intervenes.
Yeah, because Sanji's about to save Zoro's ass.
Right, Sanji was up, but no, here comes a big old like
doctor magic.
Yeah, it's like, here we go.
Magic,
I am a Phoenix doctor. I'm here, and I'm gonna block this massive attack from King. Also, now that I'm back over here, I have the focus again. I'm gonna fight. You know what? I quit. Why? Oh, that's right, because Zoro's over there. He's done. He's ready. By the way, I'm just going to hang out back over here because I think they've got it. Good day.
And just to do a quick recap of the last kind of 3 chapters, because I've been gone, and a lot of my questions had been answered. What happened to Basil Hawkins? Where's Nekomamushi? All of those kind of questions are kind of going on, and they got answered, but I wasn't here to like
say that they got answered. Yeah.
So Basil Hawkins is in the middle of a fight with Killer. I thought that shit's so much fun.
Which is like,
oh yeah, where do you think these kill? Like this next one, where do you think they're gonna go? Yeah, like it was just.
I have no idea how that's gonna work out because those two are fighting Big Mom.
Right.
And it's like if there was one hack's power to fix the whole like, oh, someone has your soul or connection to your soul way over there. Cool. It's law. All he has to do is his room to the size of the building, and it's like, oh, those are the things. Swap. It's gonna be hacks. It's gonna be cool. I don't care. It's gonna be great. Killer.
It's gonna take a second for Law to pick up. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Law knows what's up, and I feel like there's gonna be some like secret conversations that were had. Right now, notable by his disappearance is X-Drake. The Toby Ropo that's not accounted for at the moment. Mm-hmm. He's the one that's probably most interesting to me, as well as the fact that CP0 is still on the fucking island. When the battle broke out, they were like, "Oh, this is how y'all handle business." Like. So they're still running around somewhere. Robin was passed the fuck out. Nami was around.
They were waiting, and CP0 was waiting for Who's Who. Who's Who to be like, okay, we'll wait for him to get worked over and take care of. That's happened. So the next time we should see him, he should be in possession by CP0, or they should be near his body or something.
Oh yeah, the Who's Who reveal should be happening soon.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
And then I feel like there was something that made me think that Orochi was still kind of like around, but I don't remember what it was. It was something real subtle. Taking care of sword business. That's real. Sword still running around. Okay. One thing that did stand out to me is when a couple chapters back when they kind of mentioned Ushimaru Shimotsuki.
Yes.
Yeah. The ancestor that Zoro looks like. Distinctly in that picture was the Kitsune.
I knew you were going to bring that up. Yep, the Kitsune was right there. So and what led him to swords? previously.
Yeah, the Kitsune gave him this. Yeah, so I feel like there's going to be, especially now that they're back on the main country.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Onigashima is back on main Wano, just a lot of, I think, like the mysticism and some of the like shit that we were like, oh shit, at the beginning when we first got to Wano is going to start coming back into play.
Coming back.
The fact that they have the sea stone bullets and make all the sea stone factories are there, that's going to come back into play. I mean, obviously slavery and like the poisoned food and stuff, that's all going to come back into play. I just feel like there's going to be some really good shit about to happen. And I still feel like what happened to the rest of Big Mom's crew? That's a big question that I've had for a while.
They fell off the waterfall, and they have not come back up.
But Pero Sparrow did, or whatever.
Pero Sparrow can make his own like raft.
Candy magic. I know, but like, you know, who's to say that he can bring someone else up or can call back, or where is the Thousand Sunny currently? That's one of the big questions.
It was
in that cove where they crashed nearby where everyone else crashed. So like,
and they sank everything. Oh, that's a good point. Where'd they put it?
So there's like a lot of really interesting things that are going to be in motion. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the last time it was, then they put it around Onigashima so they could escape back. But now they've moved Onigashima, and then like somehow the submarine pirates are in the middle of a battle.
Where? Yeah, because they had to take. Oh wow!
They're at Tokage Port. I think they did say that they were at the Tokyo.
They're at that port, but they took the Sunny to Onigashima, and that's in the air now.
Let's just hope Frankie can get some cola in time.
I mean, that's true too. Maybe he's out. Oh, everything's fraught. Everything is fraught.
Everything is fraught.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like that's a good way to put a pin on the One Piece talk for now.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I did also read all of the My Hero Academias, and I did like a solid. Yeah, we'll stick with My Hero Academia, but honestly, let's skip on that for a second because I really want to talk about Shang-Chi. I know that you saw it. I know that Wes saw it, even though he can't be here. So if you're somebody watching, there might be some Shang-Chi spoilers about to happen. So let's get into it. I'm a big fan of like kung fu movies. I've always been a fan of kung fu movies, martial arts films, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And this was just like a beautiful tribute, I think, to like a bunch of different eras of kung fu flick, if that makes sense.
Yes.
We kind of had like his beginning, kind of like the first fight scene you see with him on the bus. That's very much like a Jackie Chan super cop Rumble in the Bronx type of fight scene. We kind of move on. There's like his training stuff was very similar to like the 5 Deadly Venoms or like the 36 Chambers, like the old school like training montages. You know what I mean? Where they have like the kid just like crying and bleeding and shit. Like,
oh, those, yeah, okay, yeah.
Like it wasn't like a fight, but it was just kind of like him training and like all that stuff was like very like spot on to like some of the old stuff that I remember watching. And then of course, like when we get to like Talo and we have like Auntie Nan and
straight up Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I mean, yes, I know that's what she's from, but to me, I just thought when she did that whole thing, it was all House of Flying Daggers. To me,
okay,
same concept, same movie, same like visual thing.
Yeah, same director, all the
same
wire
style. Yeah, same style of it, but it was just a beautiful thing to kind of have both, like I said, Rumble in the Bronx style. I'm fighting on a bus.
Yeah.
To sweeping, almost I have airbender powers to like a literal dragon fight. Just it kind of did the whole span.
I think the dragon fight.
Well, it was like, to me, it was like, okay, this is where we're in the Marvel world. And, I really like, like I said, I love Kung Fu flicks. I love martial arts films. And so seeing Shang-Chi and all of that kind of happen and just being such a great tribute to it was fantastic, as well as, the performances, the nuance, the sub stories, all of that was very, very fun. And I have 2 thoughts. One is I can't wait to see where they go with this. I love the fact that it's all like, question mark, like that's like the big like
it's very open, but also like this was supposed to be the one that kicked everything off, the new phase.
No,
right?
No. I believe originally it was supposed to be Black Widow. I believe the Eternals was supposed to be the first one, if I'm not mistaken. But this one was supposed to come out this time, but there's supposed to be a couple other movies that were like I think Eternals. I think Black Widow was part of this. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this was supposed to come out after Eternals. And after
they mentioned the snap, I thought, in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it's definitely post snap. It's post Endgame.
Yeah. Because I thought they mentioned it.
Yeah.
So, well, anything's gonna be post. It's like I'm just trying to think timeline originally, like what they can like planned on the release.
So like
Because,
timeline wise, I'm pretty sure that this happens after WandaVision.
okay,
But before Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'm not entirely sure where the Loki show fits on that timeline. If that
right,
makes sense.
because that's actually that technically should sync up with WandaVision.
Technically, they should all sync up. I mean, I've heard a lot of like internet theories. One is like the moment that time where he who at the end is just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. The
Yeah,
rumors that was WandaVision, Wanda tapping into it. One of
yeah,
them is that was Shang-Chi doing his Kamehameha and setting off that spoiler alert for the post movie, but some beacon that was reaching out to something they couldn't really tell. That could be the moment. Like I think what Marvel is really trying to do right now is make a lot of things that could possibly be that moment, and then we're gonna get that big reveal later. But that's
what
my
was the
theory.
moment in Shang-Chi?
Remember when he took over the Ten Rings, right?
Yeah.
And then he got like
Oh, when he did the
that
thing
power,
on the side,
yeah.
that thing on the side.
And then like it exploded, right? Like because I don't know, that was the implication is because they were like looking into it, and like this is sending out some kind of signal, and then that thing they showed looked like every version of multiverse
Yep.
that we've seen explained in everything we've watched recently. So something's telling me it's
okay.
time.
Everything's connecting back together for me watching.
And
Cool, yeah.
especially when she's like, your universe has to deal with this, which was like one of the big things. And then I don't know, just a lot of things about this are really cool. The Celestials, yeah, that's the Eternals, I think. So it'll all be kind of tied together. I'm just really excited because I distinctly remember walking out of Endgame being like, "This was awesome. Where the fuck are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go from here?"
Yeah,
And I find myself walking out of this and being like, "I can't wait to see where we fucking go from here."
I feel the same way, and I'm getting more and more trust with. Is it Kevin Feige?
Yeah, Feige. I don't know, dude.
Because he's executive producer. He's like the one in control of all this.
Yeah.
So like, there's definitely someone thinking about everything.
Yeah.
And kind of letting people do their thing in each individual story.
Well, the rumor is that they're trying to do like a dark Marvel, like dark side split now. So they're going to start dealing with like hell and demons and such.
Oh,
like that.
You're going to go mystical. Like, I thought you meant like Dark Avengers.
No, which is also a thing that is a rumor, but it's like a separate little things going on, right?
Right.
So the rumor is that like the Blade movies in the works. One of the big rumors I've been seeing that's really just tickled the fuck out of my fancy is Keanu Reeves is Ghost Rider. But like John Wick, Keanu Reeves is like the spirit of vengeance. There could be something there.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah, there could be something there. And then
although I get Punisher vibes from him.
WandaVision's gonna go into like darker territory stuff, is what they're saying. The Multiverse of Madness is supposed to have a bit of a horror spin on it.
Yeah, I can totally see. I bet because right now he's not Sorcerer Supreme anymore, is he?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know where the full MCU stance is on that right now because they didn't really make it clear at post snap on how the Sorcerer realms work.
Right. But like, because like in the comics, the Sorcerer Supreme is like a big role, and it's multiple people who could be associated with like a darker horror story sort of thing.
Literally, the voodoo doctors, like Dr. Blood, and Dr. Voodoo.
And then there's also the guy who's like not Hellboy, but he's like Devil Junior or something, but that's not his name. He's got like hell powers or something. I don't know. It's not Hellboy.
Oh. Well, there's one that's one of my favorites was the Hood, and he just had like a mystical hood that was imbued by a demon, but he was
the Hood. The Hood is like
a tactical genius, like a street genius though, and got to have like I liked his story. It was cool. The whole Illuminati, the Dark Cabal stuff was like really good shit.
That's next summer, right?
I don't know. Like I think if they're gonna do anything, they're gonna do the Illuminati, right? So they're gonna have to fix because one of the big rumors is James McAvoy is gonna come in as Professor X, and it's like Professor X, Iron Man.
But there's no Iron Man, so it has to be a multiverse sort of dark Illuminati.
Namor the Submariner. I mean,
he's supposed to be introduced in Black Panther 2.
Which is like, I really need to see how that works because one of the things that walking out of Shang-Chi was just like, damn, we don't get to see the Shang-Chi Black Panther buddy cop movie that we all deserve, like them just fighting
Back to
colonizers.
side to side. Yeah.
Yeah, just like, oh man, Taolo, we'll share you our technologies and strategies with Wakanda, and like vice versa. And it's like, all right, we got to go stop these colonizers, and then it's just like,
And then we should write it anyway, and then it could get animated, and then we can use deep fake AI to make the voices sound accurate.
No, we make it a multiverse thing, and we have David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury as the colonizer at Shield trying to take over everything, and then it's just like, yeah, we'll work this out a little more.
Yeah, we should workshop that. But I'm on board.
Listen, it's a multiverse thing in Marvel. I think literally they're just taking any fucking story. If you can write a story, you can probably make it canon in Marvel multiverse. That's the theory of multiverses. So
no, yeah, I like it because there was a period of time where Wolverine was on every single X-Men team, either leading it or being a part of it, and that's literally impossible. Now they've kind of pared him down till he's only on X-Force, but there was a period of time where he was on like everything and Alpha Flight and the Avengers. Yeah. It's like that's not possible. In a multiverse, though, it's possible.
Well, to be fair, like when that was the case, it was such a stupid era of comics.
It was. People were drawing feet because they couldn't.
No, but like I remember really getting into like when the Civil War happened, like the first like comic book Civil War happened, and how it was like it's just like so cool because it was just like, you know, I would want to read the individual like Black Panther story because of like the Civil War 1 through 5 was like a cool story, but if you really wanted to get into it, you needed to read like the Thor that was tied to the Captain America that was like tied to like, you know, that like honestly the Shang-Chi storyline in Civil War is like what got me into Shang-Chi in the first place.
Right.
Also, one of the things I really liked about Shang-Chi and this whole thing is like we might have a chance of doing a solid Iron Fist. Like
True.
I would even really like the idea of having Shang-Chi like his next story be like some version of Kunlun and fighting like another dragon hand to hand and becoming like the Iron Fist. That would be something like fun.
Right.
I don't know, just like anything other than that fucking show would be great.
Well, they did get the rights to all that. And they've contacted Daredevil, they contacted Luke Cage, and they contacted Jessica Jones.
But yeah,
they're recasting the other dude. They're straight up recasting the other.
Well, I know they're getting rid of Danny Rand, but who's the other character? Oh, the Punisher. No, they're gonna keep John as the Punisher.
They're keeping Punisher too, but they're recasting.
Just Iron Fist.
Yeah, just Iron Fist. Yeah,
just Iron Fist. Everyone else gets to stay.
Yeah, literally. I think that's what's happening.
Which is great. I think that should be.
Is it though? Because like, if you're the single person that doesn't get asked back,
listen, someone's got to die, right?
I mean, we all got to die.
No, but like in these stories, someone's got to die, right? Like
true.
Like Quicksilver had to die so Wanda could be an Avenger, right? Like
true.
Like T'Challa's dad had to die for T'Challa to be an Avenger, right?
Also, multiverse. One could die in one thing, and then it's like, hey, Luke Cage, I know he's dead, but hey, new one right here. There you go.
Yeah,
that's buds.
All right. Next time we have an off day, let's do this where we all pitch different multiverses. Because I want the Idris Elba verse where every character is played by Idris Elba.
That'll be mind-numbing and also probably just sell out the box office every weekend for like 6 weeks straight.
Just imagine this: Idris Elba as Doctor Strange. But then check this out: Idris Elba as Iron Man. Hear me out. Idris Elba as Jimmy Woo.
That one I can't really get on board.
That's the only one that doesn't work. Only one that hasn't worked so far. But I mean, Idris Elba as Hank Pym. Old man Hank Pym. Like I can't.
Idris Elba as the Hulk.
Yeah, he'd be a killer Bruce Banner. Okay, I guess I'm finding the flaw here. Idris Elba as Black Widow.
No, I think that could work. I could see him posing.
But Idris Elba as Captain Marvel absolutely works.
That one definitely works. Very abrasive. Fits right in. This works.
Listen, we need to make our own like what if. We're gonna figure this out.
I'm telling you, deepfake AI. You can make any voice you want with enough examples.
Listen, I know too many people that are working voice actors to do that to them. I'd rather hire people that can do decent impressions.
Okay. I could all probably practice an Idris Elba impression too.
Yeah, I think, okay. Wes, I know you're watching. You're not actually on here, but you have to get in on the Idris Elba off. Wes, yes, the Nick Hasselhoff Fury. I mean, that's a great idea, right?
Is
Absolutely.
it though?
That's what I think that's what the original. I don't know, man.
He may have been the original, like in the original pitch. Like, we'll have him do it.
I feel like there's something where David Hasselhoff was Nick Fury in like real life that existed. Because I know that when they did was it the Ultimate Avengers, the Ultimate Universe, that's when they made Sam Jackson.
Wow, this is a thing. Oh my god, it's a thing.
Yeah, oh, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. from 1998.
Yeah.
God, that was a real thing, yeah. But yeah, I want that Nick Fury to be the colonizer that Shang-Chi.
No, like I just want to stop the images.
Oh, don't actually watch the movie. Don't actually do that. But just that exists is a very dumb thing.
The fact that it exists is enough. Some of these screenshots are so bad.
All right, do we want to talk My Hero Academia?
I said this to Wes. I'd probably say it again. It's too many damn feels right now for my taste. Like, I get it. I understand the moment. But this is shonen. Show me some like action of some sort. No, this has been like 4 chapters straight of people just all up in their hearts.
But I think that's what this is right now. I think this is the big emotional culmination of the last 7 years.
Yeah.
How long has My Hero been running? And so this is the moment where it started off with, this is the story how I became the greatest hero in the world. And now we're getting to the point where, fuck, he might be our last hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Good so point. I think if there's ever a time, I'll say this, pacing wise, I'd rather have this than 4 episodes of which is Dragon Ball. That's what Dragon Ball was.
Okay, that it can't live that down. It was 4 days of him powering up, but also it was the first time he went Super Saiyan. Well, it could have been like passing a stone.
Okay, it was 4 hours, which in real time, which means it was 8 episodes, but in the story it was 30 seconds, and that was why that was bullshit. But that's a different story, a different thing for a different time. We can go back and watch classic anime, and I can just break down why they're not that great if we really would like to.
Wow, spicy.
It's the opposite of my brand, but people want to see that type of shit.
No. Just like, just come in, just like, this is terrible. Here's why.
Yep. Look, I know Dragon Ball Z was so great, but none of y'all motherfuckers even watched the original Dragon Ball. So y'all are already watching the sequel, you Empire Strikes Back loving motherfuckers. Now,
woo!
Go watch the original Dragon Ball. It's so much better. Well, except for like the animation and music. Listen, it was the 80s. When I say it's better, I mean like story and like the development of shit as compared to like, but I will say some of that old school music. Like there's an era when anime where they started cheaping out on the music and they went from having like these dope orchestral scores to just like synth.
Yeah. I mean, again, it was the 80s.
Yeah, but like this was like we still have like big bands playing music. It was amazing. That's why the original Dragon Ball so it's compared like background music of like Yu Yu Hakusho. The one thing I'd take away from it. All right, what are we talking about?
We were talking about My Hero and all the feels.
Oh yeah, so everyone's in their feels, but I do love the ending of this chapter. Like, the ending of this chapter is everyone's talking about their feels, and we cut to like Endeavor, Todoroki, and Bird Boy. I forget his name. Speed. Hawks.
Speed's in One Piece.
Right.
The Horsewoman.
Horsewoman, yeah. So Hawks, they're all like chilling, and they're like, we got to do this. Like we heard that we got to get this going. And then you see like them kind of talk about like revenge and all this stuff, and then Todoroki and Endeavor. Todoroki has a moment. Is like, hey, we got to do this together.
Yep.
You just see fucking Dobby's eyes.
That's it.
And then you see Hawks is like, I don't know, man. I think he's gonna get some time for revenge or time to get some payback or something along those lines. And then you just cut to just like, I don't got no muscles no more. Fucking Yagi Toshinori, All Might, and he's just ready to, like, he's about to get in the Batmobile and fuck some shit up, dude.
Right.
I love that Batmobile thing. Like, it was very dumb. But
I don't even know where like that came from. Like the people who make gadgets, right? Like gave him a car.
Yeah, it's like the end times, man. Like,
yeah, which is just it is awesome. Like All for One, the original #1 hero, retires and gets a badass Camaro.
Yeah,
that
which
shoots.
is what he wants. Muscles. Yeah, I don't even know. We don't even know yet. We don't even see that thing really in action. So
all it did was just like a slide out, I think.
We saw it do a slide out, and then I think like Blue Genius popped out. I think that was like all that's really
that was
happened.
It. Which I think is like that's pretty awesome. If you just drive a car around and Blue Genius pops out, it's pretty badass.
But this is clearly building up to a big fight. I mean, it's building up to a couple of big fights because that Dobby thing is not going to be a small fight. The shadow of Toga is just everywhere in this chapter. So I don't know if that was like if Toga had infiltrated or not, or if they're just afraid of Toga.
Yeah, I think they're just generally afraid because of her shapeshifting ability.
Right, and she's already infiltrated another school in this way before.
Right. So like that's what that like. I read that a couple of times. It's like, oh, they figured out like actually, like that's a nasty little quirk if you think about it.
And they really kind of broke it down and were like, yeah, the percussion.
It's nasty. It's really nasty. Like
blood, yeah.
Like you
no. That's not licking blood. That's Stain. Stains is the one that licks blood.
No, not Stain. Like, no, she has to drink it.
Toga has to drink it and Stain just has to lick it? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think the licking he just has to lick it.
Okay.
Toga, to get the shape and all that, she has to drink it. Yeah. And the more she drinks, the longer it lasts.
Yeah.
Which is nasty.
But like, yeah. It's a lot of fucked up shit.
It's messed up.
But speaking of Stain, for sure. But speaking of, well, that's the whole thing about like that whole like arc that they did is like she's a villain, but not because she has to be. But this is like literally her only quirk in life, and like this is weird and gross, and everyone says it's weird and gross. So fuck it, I'm going to be weird and gross. I get it. I loved how they did that layering to him. I thought that was great. But I do want to bring up Stain again because I believe the last time we saw Toshinori, he was just had a conversation with Stain.
He was just skirking around.
Well, wasn't he talking this? Didn't he talk to Stain?
I don't think so.
Someone talked to Stain recently.
I thought he was just lurking, and after getting out of prison, and that's when you saw All for One. So maybe he was going after. I thought it was implied that he was going after Deku, and that's when we saw him because he was fighting that other person, and then we saw Stained, and then we saw All for One, and then they were gone, and then we never saw Stained again.
Right, but even before that, there was the impression that he was, All Might was trying to talk to Stain.
Really?
But then Stain got broke out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And so I don't know. I just feel like because as Stain met Deku, he started to kind of like falter in his beliefs and like, oh, maybe heroes are a thing, which is the power of Deku.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like Stain might move to being more of an anti-hero.
There is a whole My Hero Academia anti-hero series.
Well, it's nothing to do with. I mean, maybe it will tie in. Actually, now that we're kind of
might tie in. All I'm saying is like everyone in there is like B-tier or anti-hero focused. Yeah.
No, it is tied in because once they kind of pulled back the Nomu was someone that they knew from the past. That's where it tied back into the anti-heroes.
Oh wow! And they brought that was also
vigilantes, not
that's it, vigilantes.
But it ties back into vigilantes when that happens.
Cool, because like I can totally like the reveal that the teacher, like I knew he lost a leg, but like the leg you get back.
He lost the eye.
Lost the eye too.
His power was he had to steer out with both eyes for you to lose your powers. So is Aizawa even going to have his ability anymore?
Yeah.
Right, because that was his thing, right?
That was the thing because he literally got stabbed in the eye.
Right, because he was like eye drops. I'm not.
yeah. So yeah, that's a question. I don't know. Will he have powers?
And then he's well, I mean, one thing I thought was really cool. Maybe it was this. No, it was this chapter where who's the red shoed kid that punched him in the balls? Like he came up for him and was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry." You know what I mean?
Yep. I bought the shoes just for you. I'm like,
was it Shoto?
I think so. Shoto?
Well, Shoto Todoroki's, but it's something like that. And then I forget what like dolphin deer face woman, whatever that person that was talking to was. I forget where she's from, but he saved her
she was
in the
a
past.
fox person.
Listen, sure.
Well, her whole thing is that she doesn't look human, and so she is shunned for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that. I remember. I don't remember what, but I remember her being somewhere. But I remember Deku like did do something to save her. But I just have a feeling like, you know, was his name Mirio still around? Like the 2 and 3 from that big three, Lemillion and all those people, they're all still around. He got his powers back. Ares still there somewhere. Though Chisaki might still be trying to come after it because Chisaki was murdered.
What?
No, he just lost his arms. He just lost his arms. No, Chisaki's still around. I'm trying to like think because it's been a while since we've gone through the villains.
So the villain. God, so many characters, dude.
Yeah, we've been so locked into like the Deku solo drama for a while that we haven't really seen. All we know is like all for or one for all for the bad guy.
Yeah,
is coming after him. But other than that, we haven't really seen any of like
outside of the muscle dude. And that's the first one we get introduced back to.
Outside of like the two that they've like fought on their way, but I do think there's an interesting dynamic going on right now where they're like, "Hey, dude, we just need to let this guy rest for a little bit," and the guy's like, "We just want to rest," and it's like, well, fuck, then rest. Like no one's resting, and it's like you guys could just be.
I want to rest. I want to rest. No, I want to rest. No one's just like, sit your ass down.
Yeah, then fucking sit.
Sit. Rest.
Because it's like, well, the random people. What are you gonna do to stop this kid from being here? Like, well, you had to run away from your homes in the first place.
If anything, they'd fall back into what the vigilantes of themselves that they were doing, which is just like, whatever wildness I got my own gun. I got my own quirk supplying gun because there are black market weapons and augmentations out there for people to use. So they'd fend for themselves some way, poorly.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's take a little break real quick. I think we might be getting close to wrapping it up. But before we do that, I think it's time to just like. Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's that. I didn't really get a chance to talk about the Star-Lord T'Challa What If episode.
I enjoyed that thoroughly, and I love the different takes that all the characters took, if not fully because of T'Challa as a character, which I almost say like it was more because of Chadwick. Like that's how they played those roles. The biggest departure I think that I enjoyed was Digimon Hansu.
Oh yeah, the
fanboying out.
Oh my god, yeah,
so good. And then he still busts his butt. He still kicks. It's so good.
See, I always said that like Guardians of the Galaxy was my favorite of the Marvel movies, like when it came out, and then Black Panther was the one that probably became my favorite Marvel movie after it came out. So to see them kind of fuse that way was just like, oh hell yeah!
This was amazing. It was amazing.
One of my favorite things, like the entire time I was watching it, the first time I was like, oh man, if we just get one fight sequence set to a song, like this will be perfect. But as we watched the whole thing, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where like the Wakanda drums started hitting. And I kind of had that same reaction that I would have had it been like the fight scene to a 70s song. But as they ended the episode and we saw like Peter Quill, like, you know, doing his thing, but it was just sweeping up a Dairy Queen to his music. I was like, oh, that's a Peter Quill thing. And that's a James Gunn thing. That's not a Star-Lord thing.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. I love that. Yes, we got to see, you know, if T'Challa had a chance to be, you know, in space, that was like so much fun. I love the way that he was Star-Lord. It's an unofficial title. I don't want that. We don't do that here. Like all of like the great callbacks.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about Buddy Thanos and how like everyone.
Yeah, it's just like the fact that T'Challa just shows up and has a conversation. It's like, yeah, you were going to kill everyone. It's like, I still think it was a good idea.
Yeah, it's more efficient.
Yeah, it's just like, it was a good idea, but he talked me out of it. I was like, all right, cool, fine. Cool Thanos is so cool.
One of the big things there too was like everyone was like, oh man, they never let Thanos actually talk to T'Challa at all anywhere in like the in-game Infinity movies.
Yeah.
They're like, if they just let him talk,
none of this would happen.
Yeah. Like,
just a conversation. Hey, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
He's not the way.
And then even how like he's still T'Challa, he's still the Black Panther, he still has that air of like regalness to him.
Yeah.
But he's still like that, like quick thinking, come up with like a plan. Like at the end when he did like the jet assisted knees to the face, I was just like, yeah, I love this.
So good.
So it's a shame that we won't get to see more of that. Maybe we do.
Again, you totally can. Deep fake AI if we want to do it. It is kind of disrespectful to the person, but I'm just saying it's an option and a thing.
Let's not do that. Do not take that advice. Treat Matt's advice on voiceover AI much like his dietary habits. Don't follow it.
Okay, that was fair.
All right, I guess with that, I think it's time for us to leave.
Yeah.
Matt's tired of looking at me. I know without Wes.
Also, I got some dietary things to take care of.
Oh, yeah, it kind of checks out. All right, we're the Millionaire Anime Club. We were going to have a new intro for you, but we couldn't make it happen. We didn't get a chance to shoot it.
Because of dietary reasons.
Something will happen, hopefully. But we're out. We'll catch you next time. I recommend, what do you recommend, Matt?
I'm starting JoJo.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my recommendation. Join me in my watch of the JoJo, who I've never watched before. All of them are available, including season 5.
Okay.
I'll report back with what I've watched next week.
All right. Sounds good. And then for my suggestion, I'm going to suggest, honestly, go see Shang-Chi. Go out. Go. Honestly, I would say like don't go in like a busy time, but like try to find like when you're available and most of the world's not, and go try to watch like an early movie when no one's really there. Because it was awkward having people sitting like right next to me. But hey, it was cool to see the movie. But yeah,
wearing a mask.
I was wearing a mask too. So yeah, just go out there, man. Like just start trying to like live again, but like also the world, man. It's all stupid. But do your best, and I really don't got too much else. Just like. Don't
make the most of it and enjoy it.
Don't lose your shit.
Baka mitai kodomo nano ne yume o 追って傷ついて嘘が下手なくせに笑えない笑顔を見せた I love you もろくに言わない口下手でほんまに不器用なのにどうしてさよならは